A lot of people in cryptocurrency get videos like this very wrong because they need to play catch up and they look at their income and they're like, okay, if this meme coin can just do 100x, I'll be able to retire. But there's something very wrong with chasing these coins if you don't have the 10x portfolio already lined up. I am not opposed, before we start this video, to look at other potential plays that can beat 10x. I have a lot of them. Some of them probably won't do that well. Some of them might do 50 to 100x. I'll show you them as well at the end of this video. But I think the most important thing with any crypto investor should be to build a 10x portfolio. Now, if that's turning 10k into 100k, 5k into 50k, 100k into a million, that is up to you and how much money you have in. Because after you do that and you're super happy on those returns, although nothing is guaranteed, some might give you a 5x, some might only give you a 2x, some might give you a 15, 20x, and that's how you get the sum average of the 10x portfolio. What I think you should do after that is then we start looking at lottery picks, then we start looking at more shorter term plays. But I think this video is going to help a lot of you guys out if you just want a 10x. This is so important. So I wrote this down before. I found this on an old video and I still believe this today. Set yourself up and predict the future. Now, this is cryptocurrency. We can't predict anything. We do not know short term where the market is going. We can 90 to 95% with accuracy predict that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and pretty much every altcoin will be up in the next bull run. But before that, it's all about setting up our positions. Now, if you're brand new in the market, you need to start offloading or unloading like a madman before you take profits in 2025. So I'm a big believer that this next bull run has the power to change your life. This little crystal ball here right now, you can literally ride these coins, and if you have enough money and you're in some strong plays with lottery picks, you can completely change the financial situation you are in. Isn't that crazy? Imagine being able to just bet on some dog coins, some AI projects, and change your life. That's what you're given the opportunity. But if you don't use this crystal ball, you're going to be in the exact same situation, maybe worse, in the future. So you don't want to be that guy. So I've been doing crypto for 3 to 4 plus years now, and since that time, I've learned an F ton about bear and bull cycles, and really how to prepare for taking advantage of massive movement in the crypto market. That's what we're here for in the next year to 18 months. We're here for massive movements. We've already seen it so far. We're continually playing this game. Now, being early in the game has also helped me lock my positions to keep the risk low. So, example, if you buy Solana at $15, $20 like it was in 2022 and 2023, it's kind of hard to lose money on Solana unless Solana rugs or something completely happens like Luna, but I don't think that's very much going to happen. The reason why Luna crashed was obviously because it was a bit of a Ponzi scheme. And let's be honest, most of these cryptos are Ponzi's. You're buying something to sell to somebody else in 2025. But if you're getting in at Solana at $200 or $150, whatever it's right now, it is less opportunity and it's a lot more risky, right? Because for you to make money, Solana has to be a lot higher. And if you're looking for a 10x on Solana, I don't even think this is going to happen. You have to be there at 1.5k if you bought today. Solana's already 10x'd, right? The risk was in Solana, the bear market, it might go to zero. We might never, see that again. But now Solana and many other altcoins have showing they're here to stay, at least for the long term in terms of the bull run. So that is what you get for being early. You're still early, by the way, in some of these positions I'll talk about, and I'll give you the 10x coins, and there's many more out there, but just understand, you could buy Solana at 15, somebody could buy Solana at 15 or $150. There's a massive difference in terms of gains, right? Because we're buying the Solana to sell for the dollar value in 2025. So I recommend everybody, before we get in this video, to start looking at smaller caps for a small amount of your portfolio, as well as a 10x portfolio that I'll give you. 4 specific reasons. 100x gains will be everywhere. We've seen them. We're seeing them right now. Some will 1000x, and that's crazy. Again, lottery picks. Now, reason 2, most stuff will go. And at the time, especially 2025, when meme season kicking in and AI season and all these next narratives are coming in, it's not going to make any sense. Just enjoy the ride and take your profits. Now, reason 3, a small amount, if you play this game, can turn into a very large amount. And you can quit your job and change your life. That's really probably what most of you guys are here for. And we can time these decently well. Of course, we don't know for an exact, but if we believe in a 4-year cycle, we can get it pretty much spot on within 3 to 6 months. We just look at Bitcoin, we look at the big cap coins after that, Ethereum, BNB, etc., where they are. If we're riding them, okay, we bank profits and move to the next one, or we go down further down the list. Now, there's a big but, and this is the caveat of this video. The biggest reason why most investors lose money is because of greed. And it's very simple. So we've got BNB, Solana, ADA. I would argue these are blue chips. I'm sure you'll agree with me. top 10 coins. I think ADA is still in the top 10. But the point is, most investors lose money on these coins is because they buy here. They buy here. Now, again, I'm not telling you these coins like Solana at 171. It's probably going to be higher in 2025. But is it going to 1.7K? I don't think so, brother. Where you make the money is here. Here, here, and ADA, here, and obviously before, here, and right about here, right? It's easier said than done because you have to invest when everything's going to shit. It's very, very difficult to put hard-earned dollars if you're living paycheck to paycheck when we're in a bear market because you don't know if coins are going to down 50%. Even here, you're still up on this Solana position right here around about $120, but imagine you just bought. Then it goes down again. Now you're at $100. Then you buy again. Then it's at $80. It's very easy to be like, oh, I hate this cryptocurrency game. I'm out the game. Okay. But now if you just even held at these terrible or bad positions, you're now up in profits. But the problem was you have to hold. The best time to buy is here on your strong 10x plays because most of these coins are now more than a 10x, and we've not even entered the last phase of the bull run, especially by 2025. That's the game. You can buy the same coins but get a very different result. Bitcoin example, if you bought when I was buying Bitcoin sub 20K, you could have bought at 69K, very different returns, right? Even on Bitcoin, a massive, massive market cap, number one. It just depends when you buy and sell the coins. Now, there's 10x altcoins everywhere. Even the most shitty investor could have got in a 10x in the last bull run. But we want more in life, let's be honest. But again, the 10x portfolio should be the staple before you decide to go down these lottery picks. Now, I strongly believe we have 10x plays first, and then we dive into crap. I don't like to use the word crap. What I mean by that is just gambles or decently placed gambles. You're not going to the casino. The casino odds are way worse than cryptocurrency because you can just double your money. You have to keep doubling, and then you lose it all. With cryptocurrency, you can get 5, 10x. And then you don't even have to lose the money because most of the time it doesn't go to zero. With the casino, if you're just going double, you're eventually going to go to zero. With cryptocurrency, you don't have to do that. You can get out early, take 50% out. You can play it way differently. So I hate to say this. I made a video back in Solana, why you need 1,000 Solana, and I was talking about this at $11. I'm not the smartest man in the world, by the way. I've made very wrong plays. They're up now, like HBAR, or they're around about break even, but I was bashing on about Solana here. December 23, 2022, I think it went down to the lowest, maybe on a wick of like $8, $9, but this was the best time to buy Solana. If you're looking for the 10x and you're a smallish investor, Solana doesn't make much sense anymore. I'm sure you agree. Unless you think Solana is going to 1.7 to 3K, I would say that's very risky. I would rather you guys buy another coin or just have realistic price predictions of maybe a 3 to 5x for Solana. This was the time to buy Solana, but nobody wanted to buy Solana because you had all of this news, FTX, and it just could have went to zero at this point, let's be honest. But I had conviction. The project still had the user base there. The team was still developing. The TVL was massive. And this is why eventually Solana would go like this. And it's probably going to go like this in the next bull run. Again, same coin, different result. I hate to tell you, Solana at $11 was still a decently big market cap. Easiest 15x from the bottom, let alone for the 2025 bull run. Because I wrote this on Twitter a while ago, and I still believe it today. It takes 3 cycles to make it. You have to decide what make it means for you. It might mean very different to me. The first, to fuck it up. So I fucked up the first cycle, right? Completely fucked it up. So I might sound like a smart man, but I held all these coins pretty much all the way down. And even the coins I took profits to, I sold that to Celsius to get yield. And that platform went down. I got 25% of the money back, give or take 105K, but it wasn't played out, right? So I didn't realize any cash, really. So the first one, you might F it up. The second, you make enough money and learn to forget about the first. So the second one usually come back in profits. And the third, to retire for generational wealth and forget about crypto forever. I'll probably never forget about crypto forever. I think it's too easy if we keep getting bear and bull cycles and this continues. Until that breaks, okay, maybe. But what I'll say is we can skip the first cycle and we can skip the second cycle. Like, you guys should be skipping the first cycle. Even if it's your first cycle, let's just skip this by just buying solid plays and setting price targets or setting dollar value targets and then taking the in-between out the game. So you don't have to lose money. Let's at least make money. So I'll tell you that from experience, you don't have to do the first one. But most people not watching these videos, or maybe even watching these videos, will get too greedy and they'll ride it all the way down. The second mistake, or the second cycle, it's difficult because you need a lot of money for generational wealth. Again, that might be a different number for you because 100K or 500K is not generational wealth in my opinion. You're just kind of rich at 500K. But in the real world, you buy one house and you're kind of out of cash again if it's a decent house. That just depends up to you. So a small investor won't have the capital for generational wealth. And that's fine, because you might just want to use step number 2 of the second cycle just to quit the job. So if you can get 500k right now, I could just give you it. You'll probably be able to quit your job and live quite well. But again, you don't want to retire, in my opinion, unless you're really, really old. If you're in your 20s like me, 30s, 40s, 50s, you should probably do something after that, because sitting on a beach gets very boring after 2 to 3 weeks. Trust me, I've done it. It fucking sucks. So the second is enough for you guys to get started, because most people in crypto are this. That's what I've seen. You might be different, you might have a little business, but most people are in their 9 to 5, an office job, or whatever job they hate. Maybe they're driving a taxi, they're driving a bus, they're serving Subways at Subway, or they're delivering pizzas, right? So I Googled this, or I Reddited this, if that's a word. I was like, what does the average person do in a 9 to 5? I should know this, but it's been so long. And this is what most people said. So they wake up, they brush their teeth, they do all that kind of stuff. So I do that as well. I'm not doing that, even though I have braces. 7:15, eat some breakfast with the girlfriend and daughter. Nice, relaxing start. 8, take the daughter to daycare. 8:15, ride the bike to work. That might be get the subway for you. It might be stuck in traffic. You might walk to work. Again, you're just getting ready for the day. 8:20, arrive at work, drink coffee with my colleagues, and then look at this massive time. It's like 9 to 10 hours of nothingness, of soul-destroying this. Now, if you like your job, fair enough. Ignore this part of the video. But most people I talk to, this is literally how their day goes. 5ish, you go home, pick up your daughter from daycare, eat dinner at 6 p.m. I would argue 7 p.m, Netflix, 9 p.m, chill, bed. How are you supposed to build a business or research cryptocurrencies? Because your full day is dedicated to this. Again, nothing wrong with that. I've been in the trenches with you, but I'm just saying, if you want to live at this forever, that's fine. Don't watch this video. Go and watch another video. But you're probably in cryptocurrency to get out of this. Why else would you be trying to make money? A lot of people hate when I say this. Even my girlfriend still, hates when I say this. It's like, Jake, all you care about is money. I'm like, well, so do you. You go to work like this, okay? And if you hate me saying that, I'm like, so do you. Just quit the job then. Oh, well, I need the money. You care about money more than me because you're putting more of your time into your job than I'm putting it into my job, right? So just understand that you need money, unfortunately. Unless you're born rich for it, fantastic. But those people mostly live depressing life. So if you understand and just accept that you care about money too, it's very easy for like, okay, now we need to get the money. Because you're like, I don't really care about money. And then you look at your life and you spend 50, 60, 70 hours a week working for somebody else to make them rich and just to survive. You care about money more than me, bro, okay? Let's just be honest. And once we understand that, that was the realization for me. It was like, shit, I need to get out of this, right? So a 9 to 5 job takes more than 8 hours a day. I always argue this because there's 24 hours in a day, and then there's one of those 24, you spend about 8 on work. I argue it's about 10, to be honest, because by the time you get home, and if you take the subway, it's a little bit longer. Probably sleep 8 hours, hopefully you do. And then you leave with 8 hours. But those aren't all for you. Your free 8 hours, you spend half an hour on a lunch break, let's just say. An hour or two in travel from work leaves you about 6 hours. And you're not busy with relatively activities that you need to do. So if those 6 hours you spend a fair amount on recharging, again, recharging is a big thing for the 9 to 5. You have to like, oh, I'm so tired, right? I get it. Because that's the thing that drains your energy. And then you spend the remainder of your time on essential chores like cooking, groceries, cleaning, and you might go to the gym, hopefully you do. And then after that, you maybe have 2 hours of me/us times with your spouse. Your 8 hours of work costs you almost 12 hours, depriving of actually living. How on earth are you supposed to work on the side gig or actually live your life? There's no time left, especially if you're just getting paid paycheck to paycheck on 9 to 5. So again, that's why you're in cryptocurrency, to find these, to get out of this. And again, if you don't like that, maybe this isn't a channel for you, because it takes the acceptance to go, okay, fine. So your 10x plays, or at least my 10x plays before you get to lottery picks. I'll give you some. I don't want to give you too many, but again, if you disagree or agree, that's fine. I'm just looking at what I'm interested in. So Dogecoin, it might be a push to get to the 10x. I was looking at the market cap earlier. Some guy in our, Ollie, his name is in our private community, holds about 4K in Dogecoin, and we were trying to break down our realistic potential for Dogecoin. And it's still very difficult to me because I think the dollar and Dogecoin somewhat is going to be difficult. There's going to be a lot of sell pressure. But I still think this has the potential, at least, to do a 5 to 6x. The problem with Dogecoin is, it's not really a problem. It's probably going to be here forever. It's like the king of memes, kind of like Shiba now, but Dogecoin is obviously more beloved, I think. It's like a friendly community. But let's be honest, guys, these guys are here to make money. So if you're not at least taking profits out your Dogecoin positions at like 90, 80, $1 cents, at least at the previous all-time high, I don't want you guys to just hold this for $1.50 and then start taking profits, because you might not get it. ICP, I think this is one of the easiest 10x's if these guys can pull through. It's so far off its previous all-time high. or its previous, not really previous, it kind of launched and it dumped. But I think this is an easy 10x. I think we can somewhat guarantee if they can pull through, it probably will be a 20 to 30x. It's probably one of the strongest in terms of market cap returns in the top 100 that I think you'll get just by looking at its previous action. HBAR, whether you like it or not, I think still has a 5 to 10x minimum. I'll be out pretty much at its previous all-time high just before that. Not fully out, 20%, 20%, 20%, and leave the rest. Gala Games, I still believe, is a minimum of 50, 60 cents. But again, taking profits at the 10x here on 40 cents or 43 cents will be a good strategy. I think it's still a great game, a great product. Had a little bit of issues with their V2 token or whatever. Then you had issues with each other, the founders suing each other. Very, very messy situation. Illumium, I think this is another easy 10x. Got to about 2k on a wick on TradingView. A 10x on this one would be $810, so nowhere near its previous all-time high. I think this is quite easy. Seedify is another great project. You guys can look at it if you like pre-sales, but you don't like going directly in pre-sales. Seedify are the host of pre-sales. Okay, you got big influencers like Alex Becker shilling this coin all the time. Maybe not use the word shilling, but he talks about it, so he gets a lot of people interested in it. They have a great product. And again, you can just look at other AI picks and gaming coins and meme coins that make sense in terms of volume, but just understand this. Most of the cryptocurrency gains, they unfortunately, and this is the unfortunate situation, they don't come from the best products, right? HBAR, QNT, they have great products, let's be honest, if you like them or not, but they've done lackluster in terms of returns. Most of the best returns in cryptocurrency come from marketing, how much these guys are willing to pay to get their product out there. Example is Kronos, right? Kronos could be another great play for you. The reason why Kronos almost, I think, got to $1 in the last bull run from pretty much nothing was because they invested in the Staples Center. They invested in advertising with big influencers like Big TV, Matt Damon, etc. They invested in ads. They invested in YouTubers. And they will continuously do this in the next bull run. They also invested in UFC fights, Formula One. You couldn't just turn on the TV for the average Jeffrey that watches all these sports, etc. and just not see Crypto.com. It's in the name, right? So if you can have a product like that, that is like a kind of like, it's a blue ocean of gains to come. HBAR, etc. Tech's way better than Crow. Crow is just an exchange with a coin. Nothing really much more than that. They have a bunch of money. But HBAR developing on the project, which might play for the long run of 20, 30 plus, but for this bull run, if they don't get their marketing sorted, you might get lackluster gains. And that's what I'm like, fuck, I'm kind of locked in this one. I'm not going to sell. I'm sticking to my targets, but that's the only problem with that. So that's what I would say for your 10x plays. Again, after that, we look at lottery picks and we set ourselves up. Peace, take care, God love you.